Today, it's time to finally decide. Spoons or forks?
Question.
Jesus, take the wheel.
As previously stated, this will allow equality for forks, but forks will take the Battle Bets currency spot if they win. Now, since the beginning of time, this has been a spoon stream. It always has been, and it always will, unless today happens. Spoons have been the currency that we use for our betting. Spoons have been the symbol of approval and excitement for anything that happens on this stream. But there was a great, evil fork rebellion a few months ago. During the Eventide World Challenge, an uprising of fork enthusiasts tried to revolt. And the mods of the Great Spoon Nation viciously and mercilessly shut down those mother forkers. But they thought through sheer numbers
I look forward
that they
to
could
the
take over the spoon
of
stream.
Spoons.
And so we ran an official spoon trial. We ran
Jesus, take the wheel.
Of fair and balanced tests to evaluate which is the best utensil. We found out that there was actually corruption, that the jury was actually biased, because if you look at the 5 reasons to file a motion for a new trial, one of them is clearly juror bias. If the jury thinks that one of the outcomes is obvious in advance, then that's not a fair trial at all. And these jury trial things have never been biased. It's always been fair and balanced. The Trial Management Services did some research, and 2 of the jurors were actually biased and were part of the Fork Rebellion the whole time, which means that 5-3 vote was actually a 3-3 vote, which means we need to redo the entire trial and finally decide if forks or spoons, I'm so tired, is the right and ultimate utensil. This retrial will determine it all. That also means that today, if you sign up for jury duty, you must solemnly swear that you will be an unbiased jury member, that you will be objective and fair, because otherwise, we're going to have to keep doing this trial. And look, today, it's about fixing the past, okay? You might be looking at this stream and thinking, wow, you're literally doing the exact same content that you did before. Like, it's literally the same thing that you're just doing over, all right? But the immature thing to do in life when something goes wrong is to just accept it and be a better person and move on. And the mature thing to do is to do another trial and fix your mistakes. So you don't have to accept the past. You don't have to be a better person. You can just keep retrying until you win. That's what being an American is about! So today, we will review some evidence based on the judicial teams of both sides. Some excellent attorneys have prepared evidence today. The Trial Management Services.
Suppliers, I love spoon to the grave.
I appreciate the spoon enthusiasm, Diggy. Like I said, fair, unbiased, as always. And we will win against those motherforkers today. All right, it's time for the opening statements for the 2 teams. The defendants, the Spoon team, please observe the opening statement from the Spoon legal team.
Throughout the centuries of time, Spoon's direct purpose has been calm motions with no danger to be associated with them, while on the other hand, Fork's express purpose is to stab and harm others, to tear apart anything that lay around him and to go against the laws in place. These aggressive, rebellious give nothing that they ask, like a rotten child.
Thank you for the defense. And the plaintiffs. What is your opening statement?
Greetings, Honorable Highest Judge DougDoug and honorable members of the jury. We are present today, following the request of a retrial due to complications in the previous trial. We will argue today that not only are the rights of utensils independent from their usage but also spoons are not objectively superior. Using objective evidence that all utensils were created for the benefit of humans, we will argue that ultimately it is in everyone's best interest that all utensils are treated with proper respect.
Thank you. Now, it is time to select jury duty. If you type jury duty into chat, you will be entered into the jury duty draw. As a reminder, you must be fair and balanced and unbiased as a jury member so that we don't have to do this again. Like last time, we will select 8 jury members at random. But, in a shocking twist, the 9th jury member will be the public. Sure, it's unorthodox and doesn't make a lot of legal sense, but it's how America was meant to be played. Looks like my chat has frozen. Let's refresh that and then draw the first jury member. Super Squid 33. I need confirmation that you are willing to be a jury member today and that you will be fair and unbiased. It looks like you are not only not fair and balanced, you also aren't here. MC Master, do you accept the responsibility of jury duty, including...
Yo, what's up, Doug? It's really been a year. Love the content and Team Spoon.
We've got 1 out of 8 jurors. JST Victor, do you accept the responsibilities of jury duty? Thank you, JST Victor. Our 3rd juror, Beanie Man 64. Now that is a fair and unbiased name. Beanie Man, do you accept the responsibility of jury duty? Or are you just saying the word jury duty? Nightbot is extra slow. Okay. You know what? You're here. We'll take it. Beanie Man, congratulations. I hope that you're fair and balanced. Oh, there it goes. It all came in at once. All right, it's super delayed. Vampire 8. If I get 1 response from you, you're in. That's enough. Nightbot's too slow. Vampire, do you accept the responsibilities of being a fair and balanced and objective jury member in this here retrial? Vampire accepts. 4 more. Fraud P, do you accept the responsibility of jury duty? Fraud P accepts. Butterstarch, do you accept the responsibility of motherfucking jury duty? Butterstarch, we have 6 jury members. Are we saying that you're biased if you've ever expressed spoons or forks in the channel? I guess. How do we do this? Is it literally if you've ever said the word forks or spoons in this stream? Is that enough? Boy, this got a lot more intense. Not only are we judging forks versus spoons, we're also judging the people who are participating in jury duty. Is Take VR biased? He said forks with an exclamation mark. He said forks in all caps. And that's it. The only jurors are the ones who don't know. Yeah, if you... Ideally, our jury has never used a fork or a spoon. Ideally, they haven't eaten food yet. Like, we sort of get them fresh out of the womb.
Jesus, take the wheel.
Throw them right into the jury box. Well, Take VR, I admire the hell out of you. Showing up, fighting for forks, getting into the jury so that you could ensure your team wins, but unfortunately, you've been deemed biased. And I must respectfully banish you to the public. Which means we need 1 more. Another. Guys, almost everybody in the stream is going to have said spoons or forks at one point. We're not going to ban him. I can't even scroll up to look at the Discord. There it is. No, hold on. I like spoon. This is not enough. Is this really biased? Saying I like spoons? There's a difference between saying I like spoon, ... I like spoons, and being biased. Almost everybody will have expressed some opinion. There's a difference between liking something and being able to make an objective decision. It's not like every jury member is literally going to have no opinion on the subject. They're going to have to set aside their opinions for the sake of the trial. God damn it. All right, Beanie Man 64, I'm very sorry. I respect the hell out of you. Showing up. Ready to fight to the death for spoons by saying that you ... like them. But unfortunately, you've been deemed biased. We're going to select 2 new jury members, and then we're not going to select any more. Unless somebody is like... Unless one of the jury members is like, I murdered a man with a fork. Like, I murdered a family with a fork because I like forks more than spoons. Like, if somebody has committed a crime with one of the utensils, that's enough. Jury Vexen, do you accept the unbiased, objective responsibilities of jury duty? Ideally, also, to be clear, you could have committed crimes with utensils, but as long as you used both of them, that's fine. Like, if you murdered somebody using both a fork and a spoon, that's also considered unbiased. Like, if you're equally biased both ways, I think that that's fine. It's fine for now, Barn. We'll try later. Or, well, if we need to. All right. Yuri Vexen is officially the 8th jury member, which means we've got a full jury. Yuri Vexen is clean. Although, you know what? We have quick housekeeping.
Are you saying murder is okay as long as all utensils are used equally?
Yes, as long as you aren't biased. But you all can only be the 9th jury member if you are unbiased. So do you, Twitch chat, promise to be unbiased? This needs to be at like a 90%. Otherwise, I'm kicking you all out of jury duty, and it's going to another random public member. Literally 40% of you are saying that you will be biased. Just like always, this neutral physical evidence will be presented by me following the official utensil testing standards set forth by the FDA. 2 quick tests. We did a lot of tests in the past trial.
Are the best utensil for soup.
We're not talking about soup. According to the FDA, utensils have 2 tests to make sure that they are, in fact, usable. The first
listen to me right fucking now, forks are superior.
Is the mayonnaise balance test. You take 1 jar of mayonnaise, and you try to balance it on a utensil. Please observe, jury. Only about a second. Now, spoon. About 2 seconds. Interesting. And now, one more quick test. Open the mayonnaise. How much mayonnaise can a utensil scoop out of this jar? Not that much mayonnaise from a fork. Now, observe. A spoon.
Jesus, take the wheel.
The spoon pulled an entire egg out of the mayonnaise jar, jury. Are you seeing this? Very compelling stuff.
Doing my monthly cheer, excited for this trial.
Evidence number 1 showed us what a paperclip can do to an electrical outlet. With a meek fork, you would get the same result. Electrical sparks potentially electrocuting children. Does this ever happen with spoons? I thought not. Spoons are so safe, you don't have to worry about children sticking them in outlets and getting electrocuted. Should we really have these filthy, child-murdering forks be brought into the same society as innocent, baby-loving spoons? Objection! Jury, let the record show that if you vote for forks,
to protect yourself as
you do hate babies.
/spoons don't got jack shiz to defend themselves. They're helpless and weak.
Objection. Looking into evidence number 2, we can further support our first argument. This fork viciously cut through the remains of a cow. This vicious tool is none other than a dreadful fork, one that can rip through the flesh of their opponents. Forks have this ability. They have the ability to rip and tear through innocent spoons as they murder their family like they did in the Fork Rebellion. I'll admit you're making a bit of a leap here, because at no point was a spoon murdered by a fork, but I'll allow it because I'm unbiased.
Jesus, take the wheel.
Exhibit evidence number 8, the day that has been etched into DougDoug history forever, the Fork Rebellion, the day at which the Forks viciously murdered hundreds of innocent spoons. Again, a bit of a stretch here. That did not happen, but I'm unbiased, so I'll allow it. My name is Brackrin, and my family was killed in the Fork Rebellion. Once again, pretty objectively not true, but I'll allow it. Ever since then, I have been tortured whenever I see a Fork supporter. They don't understand what us spoons have been through. It would have been a completely different story if the Forks non-violently asked for their rights, but no, their first action, as is rooted deep in their nature, was violence. These Forks are built on violence, and why should we let these violent creatures into our society? Why should we bow our knees to these family murderers, these horrible scum that deserve everlasting torment? I wait for the day that the Fork Slayer will come down and destroy every single fork that he sees, and I hope that these forks receive everlasting hellfire for the terrible murderers that they have caused. Jesus Christ, Forks. I thought we were just talking about utensils. It turns out that this man has been tortured, his family murdered. My God, Forks! Is there anything you won't stoop to? We asked the Honorable DougDoug to show the jury this short but important video presented by Apla-G. Okay. That's literally a knife. That's not instant 7 or 8. That's a chopstick and that's a can opener. None of these are forks. This is just me eating food. Thanks for what? That was very biased. God damn it. This is supposed to be an objective, but I will allow it because I'm unbiased. Presented by Cabbage 420.
Here we have a spoon. Let's see how much water it can hold.
Jesus, take the wheel.
Not very much. It spills quite easily.
That's a lot of water. Unbiased.
Now here we have the proper tool for the job.
Why are we talking about water bottles and can openers?
As you can see, it can hold a lot more water.
That's a lot of water!
It can hold plenty. You can drink from it very easily. And the best part, put the lid on, and it doesn't spill at all. Perfect.
Okay. I hope you saw that, jury, because that was some damning evidence that water bottles are better than spoons, which is relevant because we're being unbiased. An Instagram post from Guy Fieri himself. Please would Doug view the Instagram post from Guy Fieri in which he is holding a giant fork and scroll up to read Guy Fieri's comment. Oh no. When you're eating with me, come prepared with the right tools for the job. Now, I am a fair and unbiased judge. But Guy Fieri is holding a giant fork and saying it's the right tools for the job. Even I admit that that's a shocking piece of evidence. Evidence number 8. Wikipedia articles of a scientific food show Good Eats. Will the judge please view the following Wikipedia article? Please leave the list of equipment used in Season 1 and 2. Season 2, equipment, whole spices, fondue pot, grater, do-it-yourself cheese slicer, do-it-yourself sandwich press, food processor, fryer, canning gear, can opener, knife sharpening, stick blender. Why is can opener continuing to be the focus of the fork team? I don't get it. Why do we keep talking about can openers? I'm unbiased, so I'll allow it. All 8 jury members, please submit your final decision into the chat now. Just say it once, but say it clear. Spoons or forks? 9 jury members in total. 8 jury members chosen from the public, with a 9th jury member represented by the entire public, assuming that they agree to be unbiased. A simple majority vote. Out of 9, the first to 5 votes wins. MC Master, what is your vote? You have said sporks and foons. Can you please give us a clear... Can you please give us a clear vote here? Spoons, sporks, and foons are not helpful here, MC Master. We need an unbiased, objective vote for either spoons or forks. One vote for spoons. MC Master.
Catapults are castle-breaking spoons.
JST Victor, what is your vote? I agree with the closing statement of the fork team. I would like a truce between the spoons and the forks. That's beautiful. Through all this arguing and accusation, JST Victor just wants a truce. If there isn't such an option, spoons are the better utensil! Get forks, forks! Woo! That's 2 for spoons! No truce here, bitch! It's spoon territory! 2-0! Vampire 8. Spoons won my vote! We're doing it! I'm unbiased! It's now 3-0. Fraud P. What is your vote? Another very thoughtful message. Although I agree with some of the points that Forks made about equality, the trial is only about spoons versus forks. So while Forks give a good evidence for equality, it doesn't give a lot about how forks are better. While the spoons gives at least some evidence to show how spoons are better. So unfortunately I have to go with spoons, bitch! Woohoo! That's 4-0! We need one more, we got it! Oh, we're about to fix all our past mistakes! We're almost there! Great job, jury! You're being unbiased as hell! Okay, alright, this is it. One more, and spoons win it. Butter Starch, you are the 5th jury member. What is your fair and unbiased, objective decision? Will you end the vote right now? Spoons! And I don't like can openers! Get fucked, forks and can openers! We did it! We took it home! We saved the court! We saved spoons! Woo! And I think we can all agree that the real loser of today's trial is can openers! Can openers lost! Can openers are banned! We're banning can openers forever! Nobody gets to say can opener ever! Get fucked! Woo! Jury, you pulled it off! Unbiased as hell, jury! Woo! We opened the can on this one! The public would have voted if you were the 9th and final jury member, tie-breaking the entire thing. What did the public think? Interesting. Despite the public jury members voting 7-1, the public is almost dead even. It's a good thing I didn't count on you guys, because you're being pretty unbiased right now. I'll stop it at 500 votes. Good thing we didn't rely on the public, right, guys? Bullet dodged. Well, I'm happy to say that Spoons won it. This gets to remain a Spoon Society forever. Unbiased.